Where is Drake investing his cash these days? He's got a lot to invest, but what about the rest of us? Here to help us out, we've got Bryan Borzykowski with Canadian Business Magazine. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Good to see you too. Happy New Year.
Let's start off with the bigger picture.
Yes.
How's the economy looking, the global economy looking?
Well, finally, the global economy is looking good. So it's been it's been growing every year, but we're expected to see the biggest growth since 2010. So that's great news for investors. And in Canada, it's actually, people are expecting it's going to grow too. Canada's kind of been, since it kind of came out of the recession, really strong. It's been struggling a bit lately. So people are expecting it to grow about 2.5%, which is a good thing.
Very good news.
So sort of everything is moving along nicely, finally, 5 years after the recession is over, and that's great for, the average investor.
Yeah, so what does that mean for all of us, the individual average investor? Where is the best place to put our cash?
So when people feel good, when the economy is growing, that means the markets are going. We saw the markets went up a lot last year, and a lot of investment experts think it's going to go up next year. And so where do you put your cash? You can buy mutual funds, you can buy stocks, and it's sort of dependent on your experience, what you want to do, who you're working with. But you got to get your money in the market now because it's only going up. I mean, we never know, but people expect it to continue rising, so you don't want to miss out on that.
So now would be the time, so you reap the benefits.
Right.
You talk about sector investing.
Yes.
Okay, so break that down for us.
So there are 10 sectors in the economy and that make up the market. Those are basically industries: technology, financials, materials, which is like commodities, like gold, and people invest. And when you buy a mutual fund, usually that stuff's invested in everything. If you in different parts of it, it's a mixed portfolio. If you buy stocks, you kind of got to pick and choose which are the right sectors to be in. You kind of want to be in all of them. You want to have a diversified basket of stocks, but you want to overweight, so you want to buy more in one that's going to do better and buy less in stuff that you think is going to do worse.
Right.
And so you have to kind of decide.
So how do you gauge? I mean, if you don't have this sort of information, do you hire somebody to do it? Where do you access the information to make the right decision?
Well, you can hire somebody. There's lots of good people out there who can do this for you. You could pick up the Canadian Business 2014 Investors Guide.
Shameless plug.
We cover all the sectors in there and what people can expect next year. There's some, reliables, like financials. Those are the banks. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They pay you a dividend, so you get money even if the stocks kind of don't go anywhere. That's a good place to be. The energy sector is a bit cheap right now. Didn't do as well last year, so a lot of people are expecting that's going to pick up next year, and energy is such a big part of our economy. And technology is great too. And you don't only have to invest in Canada. I mean, the US has far more companies, and so you might want to look elsewhere. You don't just want to put all your money in Canada.
I do see all these commercials, like, we want your gold. Why is there all of the rush of it's a gold rush, really? Why are there all of these commercials out seeking people's gold right now to sell for resale?
Well, gold is an interesting thing because gold, it sort of plays on people's emotions. People get very excited about gold. When the economy does really poorly, gold does really well. And gold has gone up so much over the last few years, the last decade, that people are getting really excited about it. But be careful, because gold is only usually works goes up or down based on what people are feeling. So it's actually down 28% over the last year, which is the worst drop it's had since in 12 years. So and the worst drop in 32, and it's the first year that's gone down last year. So it's on the decline, and a lot of economists think it's actually going to fall further. So be careful about playing into that.
That is a golden tip, my friend. For more information, CanadianBusiness.ca. Pick it up. The Canadian Business Investors Guide 2014, available in stores and online right now. I know you're off to Mexico.
Yes.
Have a great trip.
Thank you very much.
I'm jealous. Have an amazing time. We'll be back with more BT right after this. You have a lot of